Hey guys, here we are today with Pontiac crap box. This is the 2.0 motor. This is the turbo motor that got hurt. So we lost compression one cylinder after a bunch of back-to-back racing in Mexico. We ended up breaking. I wasn't going to record any of this because you guys seen me pull this motor apart a bunch, but this is what I found in number 7. In that, we did a compression test. It had 30 psi in it. Cylinder's good, piston's good, everything's good. We found the second ring was broke, not the top ring. Well, okay, one cylinder, and we did a compression test on the rest of them. They're all about 140 couple-ish. So we pulled that one out. This motor sat forever. So, like, you know how people say rings come around. Well, they evidently they don't really come around. The oil ring was jammed. It was not spinning. Didn't scuff the bore or anything yet, but we beat this motor up, but we didn't drive it like extensive amount of miles, which is good, because I'm thinking that ring not turning would have started to score. Then I got to whatever cylinder that is, so 7.3, we got to 3, and the top rings broke on this one, and this had all these other cylinders had good compression, 145-ish. And this is a low compression motor. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but when I pulled this out, this is what I found. So I wanted to show you guys what I found. Another broken ring, but this one is a top ring. And this one actually had good compression. So, and I don't know, it looks like the second ring is intact. We'll just whip that off of there right now. Yeah, the second ring is okay. So, I couldn't get any like real good rings for this because they come in 16th, not the 5/64ths or whatever. Yes, we couldn't get shit. So I'm gonna tap this piston out. We'll take a look at the oil ring real quick. Pop that out of there. Crappy tap. And we're gonna see if this one spins. I mean, maybe that was the only one. Yeah, I mean it's kind of spinning. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah, it's spinning, but it's really tight. These are kind of tight also. Well, once you get it in the right spot, it's not, but you ride it over to the crap. That ain't bad. That ain't too bad. But when they sit, maybe I should have took this whole thing apart, because it was kind of it's an unknown motor. We just threw the cam in, we didn't take anything apart. All the bearings look funny. Not bad funny, well, weird funny, I guess. Not really bad funny, but we're going to demolish this oil ring getting it off, because they are stuck a little bit. They're not spinning as free as they should be, and I'm guessing it's because it sat for so long. And I forget what he said. It was like 10 or 15 years or something, I don't remember. Might have even been longer, that it sat under that workbench outside. It was covered. But you can see there's some rust spots in the cylinders where it was sitting. So, but there it is. But I'll show you guys the bearing. This is the worst one so far. And this guy had good oil pressure also. It's got like pits in it. I don't know. I don't know what caused the pits. I don't know if like rust does that, or if it's just oil turns like acidic, or something gets acidic after, time of sitting. I mean, none of them are down to like the brass, but they have an off. The color is off, and they're like pitty looking. I don't know what that is. I don't know if oil does that over time. Like, I don't know. Is there something acidic in the shit? Like if they sit long enough? I'm guessing. All right, guys, I'm gonna get the next one ready, and I'll bring it back when we pull it out. Okay, guys, we're ready to pull this other one. One more coming out. No broken rings on this one. See, it seems like these top ones have lost their tension. They don't have a lot of open. I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. Pull this sucker out of there. I'm going to pull this top ring and the second one down. And I would think this is the top ring right here. We're going to put that right there on that dowel pin. And I'm going to grab the second ring. And I want to show you guys this because it's a little bit interesting. Oh, I just broke it, damn it. I ain't showing you on that one. Unless I can hold that together. Hold on, we'll see if we can hold that together. I'm not trying to save these, but I wanted to not break that one. Let's see if we can put that back together enough to show it. We'll try another one again, maybe. See if we can see what side. Well, that's the side we broke. That's the side we broke. That went together like so. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to hold this good enough to get. So here's our top ring. Right here. Let me get where I can see. So you guys can see. And I'm going to lay this ring on top of this ring. I'm going to hold that right where it's kind of straight. See how that's where it was, lined up. Right there-ish. Oh, it ain't really showing it. So, okay. I thought these were going to be like way different in like width-wise. Because it seems like we'll do it without a broken ring, but this has no tension left in it. Like it's not pressing out, it's not pulled out against the walls anymore. Like they're very, I don't know, does Turbo kill the top ring on cast rings? I mean, it's not intercooled, which is, you know, not the greatest. But going through that carburetor should cool the charge enough to, we're only, you know, well, we were doing 4 and we did step it up to 7. So it did get 7 pounds of boost. But still, it shouldn't be that hot. Going through the carburetor should cool that charge enough where, I don't know, unless it's got extremely high cylinder temperatures, but I don't think so, because like, I just don't see it. After it blows through the carburetor, it should be cool enough. Anyway, I'll bring it back when we get the, I'm going to pull this other head, and we'll start driving those pistons out too, and I'll bring you guys back. Alright guys, I'm going to zip this exhaust manifold next. These are just the factory Pontiac cast iron headers. They flow pretty good. They don't burn spark plug wires, and they don't ruin you know, burn up the starters either. So, all right, that's going to be that. I'm going to take that off, and then I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to pull that head. All right, guys, we're going to pop number 1 out now. See if we got any more problems. See if we got any more problems. We're going to see if we have any more broken rings anywhere. And I want to see if we got, yeah, see, this one seems to have tension. See how it's got a lot of space to the piston? The other ones were real tight. Hopefully I can find another one of them so I can show you without breaking it. This is another one that had scoring. Vertical. And it's another one with this oil ring. I mean, it's turning, but it turns really hard. It's not like these ones that are real loose. This one here turns hard. So, there it is. But I wish I didn't break that ring, because I wanted to show you guys tension. Because it seemed like it lost its tension. So we've found 2 broken rings so far. Number 2 ring just doesn't want. There we go. Yeah. Blah blah blah. But yeah, so I don't know, not the best situation, but I probably should have pulled this apart when we first got it and just went through it. But it wasn't seized, although it was kind of, I think it was a little bit tight to turn. It sat forever. We should have just pulled it apart. Because the rings coming around, they don't really come around, ever. You end up with vertical scoring. I don't care how much crap you put in there, in Black Magic. It doesn't really work. It doesn't, because there's going to be stuff in there. It's going to ride up and down. It's going to be caught in those rings, and it's going to ride up and down in those rings. So I got to kick out all these people that free up engines and think they're going to be awesome. It's just a matter of time. That shit's going to come back and get you. And you can see where this engine was sitting, like it was, there's a spot, and I'll show it to you guys if you can't see it. There's a spot where those rings were sitting, where it was kind of rusted to the wall. I mean, it wasn't stuck, but it was, you know, it left an impression. All right, that's number one. There's number one. No problem looking with that. Hopefully we can find another one that lost tension. I'd like to show you guys that. All right, guys, I'm going to zoom you in, see if I can see that. I'll show it to you guys where the ring was sitting. See? Move you guys around. Vertigo, vertigo. There we go. All right, see those two lines right there? These two lines right here are where the piston rings were sitting. And then with that oil ring not spinning is good as, I mean, that's got good crosshatch and everything still in it. Hopefully you guys can see that, yeah. But I'm just going to hone this. We're going to put a new set of rings. And on the bench over there, I found what I was looking for. I found two rings that I took off over there that lost that tension that I wanted to show you guys that. Hopefully we find another one. So you can actually see it. Come on, let me back this up some more. I'll back you guys up a little bit more. Okay. So, this is the top ring. This one here. This is the bottom ring. The second ring, rather, not the bottom ring. But, if you look at that, you can see how big look at the difference in the gap. That ring gap should be the same. Then if you line this up perfect on one side, see how much smaller that is? Because it lost its tension. It's not springing out the way it should. Let me just back you guys up some more. So if we line these rings up, now you zoomed out too far probably. But let's line these things up. We'll line these up on this side. Look how much difference there is in that ring. That's lined up right there. And it's lined up right here. Half the ring is lined up. See how much tension that ring lost? This right here is what I'm talking about. That should be as wide as the bottom, that other ring, and it's not. You can see the gaps are, look at that. So they lost, the turbo must have done that. I mean, I don't know how. Maybe because it's a cast ring? I mean, this is all junk stuff. It's cast ring, it's cast piston, it's junk. I mean, I don't know. But it definitely lost tension. One of them was broke, and then we had a second ring down broke so far. So we have two broken rings, and I think there's a whole bunch of them. I wasn't really paying attention at first because I was just taking the rings off. I think a lot of them lost that tension in the top. We'll look at the next one and see what it is. All right, guys, we just popped it up. Get a look at it. See if you guys can see. What are we doing here? We all right? We all right? Let's move you guys in. Maybe that zoomed in a little too far. How about there? All right. Here's our piston. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that seems like an issue on this side. Let's push them all the way to the top. We'll put both of them to the top and we'll push them all the way up. Look. Nope, that top ring is still closed up slightly on this one. It's not a whole bunch, but it is slightly closed up. There's our top ring right there. See if I'm just imagining things or if it's really closed up, which I think it is. I think it's really closed up. What am I doing? Not making it so hard on us. How about that? How about that? Just pull that ring off there. And we'll just pull that ring off. Get off of there. There we go. All right, it wants to break more rings. All right. There's our second ring. This is our top ring. Top ring still has a little circle on it. We're going to line these up again. Can you guys see what I'm doing? All right. Yeah, it's the same deal. See it? It's not as bad, but it's there. See that? It's got a step in it. See those two rings? That top ring lost its tension. So how much power was that costing us? I mean, I compression test this. It was still at 140, 145 or something. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I think they were supposed to be like 145 to 160 or something. So it wasn't like it was down a whole bunch. Even with a one cylinder that had a broken ring, it wasn't really down that far. But I mean, if it's blow by, you ain't getting all your boost. That's for sure. I mean, that's a given, right? I mean, if it's blowing past the rings and it's just going into the crankcase, then that's a whole bunch of power you're not getting. You're just not going to get it, period. Yeah. Right. Yeah, so I mean, shit. How much power are we losing? We got to cut. Them rings are sharp as knives. Alright. Alright guys, I'll bring you back on the next one. We'll see if that's the same thing. Alright guys. This one, no, 2, 4, 6. I think this is 6. No broken ring. Don't have any broken ring. No broken ring. At least yet. I'll break one now. I want to look at these. But we're not looking at that one either, guys. I just broke it. Save a couple of these for cleaning. So I clean out that groove. So I take a ring and break them just like that. Use it as a tool. Get in there and just kind of scrape around. Cleans that groove out really nice. But anyway. Alright, there's our piston. We're going to look at it. I'll show you the bearing real quick. They all kind of have that weird speckly shit, which, I don't know. I mean, you know, we could have checked that with another ring that wasn't separated or whatever. But yeah, there it is. Here's our bearing. Our bearings look okay. I mean, they sat. And I think something turns acidic in there. See how it's like pitty looking. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. See it? It's not a bad looking bearing otherwise, but I mean, it's got to have that weird, it's got like pits in it. It's kind of odd. And I'll bring you back for the last one in a second. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to pull, I don't know what side of this is. I think that's 1. So it's 1 through 5. I don't know what it is. Maybe this is 2. I don't know. We're pulling the last one on this side. I remember now. I don't remember now. So, just roll them up top. And I roll the crank out of the way so we don't ding it. That bolt. Sometimes we just get lucky and they pop. I think we're getting lucky this time. We're going to find whatever we can. Right now, this is rubber hammer. Plastic handled sledgehammer. Just what we're going to use. Okay, and there we have it. Do we have any more broken rings? That's the question. Doesn't look like it. Are they closed up? Well, the top one's not broken. I'm going to go a little bit more careful on these. I don't want to break them. I want to see if we lost tension yet again. Normally I can roll them right off, no problems. There's our top ring. Try to go a little bit more careful with the second one. There we go. There's our second one. Now, did we lose any tension? First one's on top. Let me kick you guys around a little bit. Let's line these suckers up. There it is. We lost tension. We lost tension on all of them. This one ain't as bad as some of the other. Oh, yeah, it is. That's quite a bit. Can you guys see that step? See that step? That's how much tension's lost in this ring, unless they're different. But I don't think so. I've never seen them different before. Like normally, you'd measure the gap, you know what I mean? So that did lose a step. Right there, that's how much we lost. Can you guys see that? I don't know if you guys can see that. I got glare all over the place. Yeah, that's how much we lost. That's a lot. Because the ring gap would stay the same. It would just push in the cylinder easier. We'll pull this out and just move it over here for a second. We're going to look at that real quick. So this was the top ring. Yeah. This is the top ring. Yeah, because the ring gap would be the ring gap. So that wouldn't really, I mean, that's not in a square or straight or nothing, but I mean, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, I guess, right? So this was the top ring. Yeah, that's how much we lost. That's a lot. Because the ring gap would be the ring gap. So that wouldn't really, I mean, that's not in a square or straight or nothing, but I mean, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, that's what it is, I guess, right? Okay. This bearing was the same. See how they look funny? They look, I don't know, weird. They look speckly. Like something attacked them. I don't know if something, I imagine if you sat, I don't remember what he said. It might have been 90 something. So it might have been like 30 years or 20 years or something. I don't really remember now. But if, you know, if it sat that long, contaminants in the oil, I guess would attack stuff. And this is another one, this oil ring. This oil ring doesn't move as freely as it should. So, you know, it'll come around on all these seized up engines and shit. I highly doubt it. I love seeing that. They put all this black magic in there. Well, the rings are going to come around. Well, this one didn't. And we even boosted this one and it didn't come around. It came around to cracking them and losing tension, but it did come around to that. It didn't come around to anything else. Throw these oil rings away. I'll save a couple of them top ones and the second one down. The top ones for cleaning. I'll bring you guys right back. I'm gonna we're gonna pull one main cap and just look at the bearings. I bought the bearings anyway, so we're doing new bearings. We got some good bearings for it. I'm not gonna bother with cam bearings. I'm gonna do main and rod bearings, and I bought a set of ARP rod bolts because that's the weak link on a Pontiac too, I guess, other than Pontiac. But yeah. So I don't know how much these factory rods take. Probably not much. But we ain't gonna push any more than 7, I don't think. That's where we're at now, is 7 on our boost. I don't think I'm gonna push it anymore. I wasn't even gonna fix this time around. I was just gonna, you know, I wasn't quite done with it though. I mean, this was a really fun project with the turbo and all that, and it was pretty low buck stuff. So now we spent another, I don't know, $500 I think in rings. And the best ring I could get was a plasma Molly ring. So, you know, for us to get like something that would handle really high temperatures in the for combustion chamber temperatures they were the wrong size in the grooves. They were 1/16. So the whole thing was different, and I couldn't find a set of forged pistons either in a standard bore. I'm not going to the machine shop with this motor. If I ever build this motor, it's going to end up being a stroker motor, and it's going to go to a 468 or whatever the hell Pontiac makes them. Because it is one of the good blocks. It's the pre-7500 block or whatever it is. So it is the good block. And if I ever do anything with it, this is a great running motor. So if I put it back together and it just runs great, then great. We ain't gonna do nothing to it. If we end up hurting a piston, I hope we just hurt a piston, like a top of a piston or whatever. This will get gapped this time. We'll grind it for boost, because I didn't gap rings or nothing on the last one. And we didn't break any top rings. We broke one top ring and one second compression ring, and we lost the tension in a lot of them. I think probably most of them. We lost tension in the top ring. So like, how much power are we gonna gain? I'd like to know what everybody thinks. Like, how much power are we gonna gain? Because we're gonna have, well, no, I did a compression test. I wrote that down. Hopefully I kept that somewhere. But I want to say they were like 140, 135, 140. Except for the one that was like 30. So we're gonna hone that. We're gonna hone this thing. We're gonna jam back together. We're gonna do a compression test. I mean, really, I'm half tempted to bring them heads down and have them shaved to get rid of that gigantic combustion chamber, because those are low compression heads. But I mean, I don't want to lean so much on it that we bend this rod, or you know what I mean? I mean, because this isn't quality shit. It's like junk stuff. So I don't really want to hurt. I don't want to set out just to hurt the motor. I mean, I would like to make more power, but I guess we could just I guess we could add more boost and make up for our loss of compression. I mean, you know, it's a cast piston. How much are they going to take? Everybody says, oh, they'll take 8 or 10, and maybe they will. But 8 or 10 at what? 8 or 10 at 8 to 1, or 8 or 10 at 10 to 1? I think it's going to be vastly different. But yeah, there we go, guys. I don't know. I'll bring you back for a main bearing. All right, guys, here we go. We got our main. It's the second one back. So it's the second one back from the front. And there it is with that same weird shit. That's got to be from sitting. Like it's got a funk to it. And it's pitted like crazy. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? I might have to bring a light over here because yeah, there it is. See that pitting? It's got a weird pitting. It's got to be from sitting, and you know, it's got to be from sitting. I don't know what that stuff is from. None of them are down to the brass or nothing, copper, but they all have that funk to them, and that's got to be from sitting with contaminants in the oil that started eating that bearing. The crank is nice and smooth. Everything looks great in the crank. There's nothing wrong with the crank. Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Well, that's that. That's it for Crap Box right now. I'll bring you guys back once we get some parts. Maybe we'll build another 400 together. I don't know, you guys watched me do it before, but maybe we'll do this one too. I'm leaving the cam in. Well, maybe I'll have to. I might strip it all out. We got gaskets. I don't know how far I want to go into the cleaning and all the shit of this thing because it's kind of just thrown together mess. And that's what it's been. This is leftover parts from the first blown up 400. The cam is from 389 from way back in the day. The heads are off that other motor. Roll tip rockers, I don't know where they came from. Like all this stuff was mixed up. I didn't keep any of the lifters where they were supposed to because we weren't going to reuse them on the, on the other 400. And then we ended up just throwing this thing together. Didn't tick, ran okay, until it spun a bearing, and the thing was doing good. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe. See ya.